Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here. Once again, it's time for another episode of Dadbod to Daddy Training, and today was chest and tricep day. I kind of stuck with my four main exercises here, although I think I'm going to do more pump work a little bit for triceps on some of the other days, like I did last week. I may throw some in on shoulder days since I do overhead press, and then it'll give me 5 full days for triceps to recover. So what I'm doing right now, I'm going a little bit heavier. I'm trying to see if I can recomp a little bit while I'm eating all these carbs, even though I'm in a small calorie deficit. I'm going to have to think about with the summer here what I want to do with my diet, though. Do I want to focus on actually recomposition, or do I need to just drop water so that I look all of a sudden magically much leaner? And then people go, oh my God, how did you drop so much fat in a week? Because I've done that before and people commented. So as far as the training goes, though, did 315 for a triple, and then I dropped down to 275 and did 2 sets of 6. Now keep in mind, these are flat back with a really wide grip. So when people said, but you've done like 6 to 8 reps with 315 before, with an arch, with a little bit closer of a grip, with wrist wraps, belt, all that stuff, it's definitely different. This is a harder version because this is bodybuilder type benching. So I want people to note that difference. This is to build my chest. So it's going to be a little bit different. But these sets went really good. Didn't hit failure. Both of those, the first and the third set, felt like I was within a rep of failure. Like I don't think I could have ground out another rep. If I did, it would have been ugly. Incline, the same thing. Kind of one of the reasons I'm doing this, when I do the higher reps, I run out of steam around set 5 for chest, and then set 6 seems to just go completely to garbage. But when I go a little bit heavier, I'm able to sustain my work capacity, which you guys will notice on the incline, right? Because what ends up happening, incline sometimes set 2 is gone, and then the third set is just complete nothing, like nothing worth even doing. So what I did with these today, 2 sets of 5 with 225, and then I went up 10 pounds to see if I could squeeze out 5. And we managed to do so. So again, the same thing on the incline. Notice how wide I'm gripping. I'm all the way out to kind of what would be meat legal for bench press, the edge of it. So what I'm doing on all these sets, for both flat and incline, I've got my pointer finger on the rings. So we're pretty far out. And again, the chest work is considerably better when I do this. And so that's why I do it this way. But pretty happy with that. Now, one of the things, again, to note with all the fiber I'm eating and other stuff, so one of the reasons I feel like definitely makes a difference on my waistline, if you guys noticed there, I haven't been in a calorie surplus. I'm probably leaner now. But notice again, I just carry more water around the midsection and everything. And a lot of it has to do with the carbohydrates. A lot of it has to do with all the fiber I eat. Because right now I'm eating, somewhere around 80 to 100 grams of fiber a day. So again, great for the body composition, great for losing body fat, but doesn't make you look always your leanest. At least for me, this varies a lot from person to person. For me, it definitely is noticeable. Whereas I tend to look my leanest when I focus on just a lot of healthy fats and I take carbs down under 100 grams. Because right now, probably eating 500 grams of carbohydrate a day, close to 100 grams of fiber. So again, works great when I'm trying to recomposition, but it does make me look just less lean. So again, I'll think about it over the next week, but I'm enjoying how the training is going while I'm doing this, because I feel like the workouts are good, particularly when I have these shorter workouts where we only do about 12 to 15 total work sets in a workout and then get out. I feel like the sessions have been really good. So again, same thing here. Since I'm doing these extensions, I decided to up the weight a little bit, put a full plate on each side. Managed to get 8 on the first 2. I feel like I failed on rep 8 on the third set. So I was hoping I could squeeze out the 8th one there like I did on the first 2. But when I got to that last set, I went to do it, and I couldn't get that tricep to lock it, so I had to pull it over. So really, it's a 7 rep set, but we'll count it. Because again, failing in the middle of it by bumping the weight, I can live with it. So the other reason I'm doing these is, again, trying to get the long head activation, and they're easier on the elbows. So it's one of the things I noticed versus my traditional skull crushers to the face. even though it's technically a longer range of motion, I guess because the long head is bigger and it is getting activated more, I can use a little more weight, and it's less hard on the elbows. A little bit less hard on the elbows. You guys saw right there on that rep, it looked like I was going to fail. And then I went for one more, and I couldn't. So that pretty much reached failure because we had to cheat the weight to even finish the rep. So pullovers, same thing. I'm like, let's bump the weight up. I've been getting, like last time I grabbed a 55 and I got over 20 reps on the third set. So it's like, well, let's bump this weight up. So again, I did 70, got 13. I readjusted, so I did 12 more after that readjustment. But the main thing there, of course, I've got to grip it right. I had to readjust to get that grip further down because the plates will start sliding. Again, someone pointed out to me, actually one of my clients in the comments, Nick, had commented a while back, it looks like actual good grip training doing those with multiple plates. And I'm like, yeah, I guess it is. It doesn't feel like it because I do so much other grip stuff, but it technically is, because like if you don't grip those plates right, it's going to be a problem. So again, this was a little light because I wanted to be around that 10 rep mark, and if I can get 13 and not reach failure, we need to bump it up. So I grabbed a second plate and went for 90 pounds because again, guys, I'm getting 20 plus reps with 55. And I want to treat this like a real exercise, not just really high pump work and not just shoulder prehab and mobility. Because I do want to use it to build my chest and the long head of my triceps. And I get a good tricep pump from this. I get good chest pump, it feels like, when I do the really high reps. But again, here's the thing. We don't have data showing that the pump is necessarily correlated with muscle growth. And that's kind of something to think about. So I think right now I'm focusing on tension and workload a little bit more, right? And a lot of it is about recovery, right? I need to be able to recover from everything I'm doing, especially training 5 days a week, right? So that's why we're pushing really hard sets, keeping the volumes more moderated, and again, thinking in terms of that recovery, right? Thinking in terms of recovery here. And it's even more true when we're not eating in a surplus at all. Okay, everyone wants to take the volumes way up when they're wanting to lose body fat. It's like, no, it really should be diet, increasing your protein, slowly trimming calories down. That's how you do that, right? That's how we do it. It's not, it's not by doing more training volume, because again, you overtrain easier when you're in a calorie deficit. So when you're strong, you can't get away with that to the same degree, right? When you're weak, it doesn't matter so much because if you only squat 200 pounds, who cares, right? If you're only benching 135, yeah, you're not putting up enough volume for it to matter. When you're decently strong, it's a different game, especially I've noticed at my age. All right, and then we finished up with one set of hanging leg raises, and we called it a day. So overall, pretty happy with today's performance. Everything felt good, everything felt strong, got really recovered this weekend. So I hope it's been informative, and I'll talk to you guys and gals next time.